do you think this chart is going down or is going up? Well, obviously it's going down, right? So what is the first point where the price could bounce? Even an idiot can find it, and it's this one. I highlighted it here, right? This was a support, and then we broke the support, and then we came back to retest and bounce from there. So I entered the trade. You can see here on a 4-hour chart, we came back to the daily resistance. We bounced. We had nice bearish engulfing candlestick. By the way, if you don't know how to recognize candlestick patterns, I highly recommend you to read the book, The Candlestick. I linked it below the video. Candlestick patterns or something like that. It's from this Japanese guy who basically created these candlesticks, and then explains all about candlesticks, engulfing, pin bars, and etc. Very, very good book. So, get back to the video. I entered the trade. On a far, you can see left head, right shoulder, and then when the price came back, I'm gonna go on a 1 hour. I think it was a 1 hour. 30 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, 30 minutes here. You can see it created another like a left head and right shoulder, and you can see this engulfing bearish candle on the 30 minutes. So when I saw this one, I entered the trade, and I'm currently still in the trade, even though this weekend right now, and I'm gonna hold this trade till next week. Can this price literally come back and then stop me out and keep going up? Yes, it can, but my analysis are in a way that this trade is supposed to go down. So we will see. But you can see on the daily we're going down. On a weekly, so every candlestick is 1 week, right? On a weekly you can see it creating left and head and right shoulder, and you can see we're just going down. So why would you enter going up? Anyway, so that's the trade I'm currently in. We have a gold which is kind of not listening to me. You can see I tried to long it because it was bullish, and then it stopped me out, so it went bearish. So it came back, and then this was a nice bearish engulfing again, 4 hour, and I tried to short it because on a daily, if you look at the daily chart, we are still bearish, right? We've been long, meaning we've been bullish, going up, had a broken down, went back up, bearish engulfing, and came back to this area of resistance now, and I tried to sell, and then it didn't work out, so I was wrong on this one. And to be honest, the way this chart looks, it's very undecided which direction this is gonna go. It's very, very spiky. It's going up and down. It doesn't really have a clear direction where this is gonna go, so I'm just gonna leave it alone as it is. Now we have USD/JPY. This was a win for me. This was a nice trade. Again, if you look at the weekly chart, you can see we've been going up, and then we turn around, broke below of this previous support, and then when we come back on a daily, let me go here, I enter the sell. I already tried to sell here. You can see this this position. It went all the way to almost 1 to 2 or 1.7. This was the last week, and then stopped me out. But look at this. I think it was just like a, whatever you want to call it, liquidity spike, you know, bear trap, bull trap, you know, whatever it might be. It's just the price stopped me out, came back, became bearish again because broke below these previous lows, and then came back to this resistance again, and then I simply sell. The reason why I sold, let me go on a 1 hour, is, oh actually maybe it was 30 minutes. Yes, you can see on 30 minutes we keep going up. We got to this resistance on a daily, and then it was a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we keep going down. And when I saw this engulfing bearish candlestick, you can see this one, I entered the trade, and I closed the trade on the next daily potential support, which was, where are we? Let me reset this chart, which was here. So once we got into this area, and we go on a 4 hour, I closed the trade. So I had two trades actually, because I have two accounts. I'm trying to pass $100,000 challenge and also 10K challenge, because that was only $40 to buy to 10K challenge. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to pass it and have an extra 10K, just something to do. And one was 123.28 and another trade was 2.5. So nice trade. AUD CAD, this was a loss. Let me go on a daily. Again, you can see we've been going up, then we broke below with bearish engulfing, broke below these previous lows, and then when we're coming back here, I entered the trade, but unfortunately I was wrong and stopped me out. USD CHF, this was a win for me as well, similar to USD JPY. I could left the USD CHF, leave it longer to run, but USD CHF very, very expensive for swap fee. So by the time this will get all the way down here, so I entered the trade on Monday, 3rd of March, and if I close it on Friday, that's 5 days. That's a huge swap fee. So I just, you know what, I just closed it on this daily support previously, which was nice trade 1 to 3, and that was a nice winner. I'm happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now, I will potentially wait for this price to simply, let me get this tool, simply to come back to this resistance now, and then I'm gonna sell again. That's how complicated this strategy is. And then NZD CAD, similar to what happened AUD CAD, wait, where I was in this trade, let me go on a 4 hour. I don't really know why I have this. Oh yeah, here. Similar to AUD CAD, I tried to enter. Unfortunately, I was wrong, so this was a loss for me. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, what I'm doing is just a daily or weekly, let me get this, daily or weekly resistance or support, and that's it. You don't have to complicate trading. It's already tough enough. You know, leave the complications for all these crazy people who trying to do ICT, manipulation, bank, Wagyu, steak, bullish, bearish. Who cares, man? Just do daily resistance and support and just be happy with that. And over time, you will develop this intuition where you will just feel the market, or you get kind of synchronized with this market and really understand or have the feel of, is this trade gonna work out for me? Finally, Sunday, 9th of March, and the market's opening soon. Not today because I'm in Australia, but opening tomorrow. So I'm gonna show you what trades I'm looking at for the next week, and we'll see how that goes. I don't really particularly like super any trades, but some of them look pretty good. So let's have a look. So this is again my POV, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So first one is NZD JPY. I'm in this trade since last week. You can see beautiful left head and right shoulder, and then we broke below, and looks like we're now coming back to retest to this area. I potentially enter another trade, or I can also maybe get stopped out, but we'll see how that goes. One thing I don't really like is when you look at the weekly chart, that we just touched this support on a weekly, but I honestly think we're gonna go potentially all the way down here, which will be all the way 1 to 7, which is not too bad, to be honest. We'll see how that goes. So I'm still in this trade. We'll see. Next one is gold, and yes, I got stopped out because I showed you in the last clip. I got stopped out in this one. Let me do this, zoom in a little bit. I did get stopped out. Why is it so dark? Anyway, I did get stopped out last week on this trade. Let me show you here. You can see this one, I tried to short it here. And I kind of had the feeling that this is what's going to happen. That is just spiked up, stopped me out. And now we just had a beautiful 4 hour engulfing candlestick, which give us indication we are bearish again. So what I'm potentially waiting for is for this to come back somewhere around this area. Let me put in my reminder and give me my entry signal, and I'm gonna enter short again. We'll see, because I think gold will go to this area. Let me get this tool somewhere around here. Potentially it can go all the way down here, because that's the major support on a daily, and I believe on a weekly. Let me see, on weekly, sort of on a weekly. A weekly will be like somewhere down here, but we are due for some pullback because gold just been on a rampage. I don't know since when. Like, what is this? Since 2022 October, it just keeps on going up and up and up now. So we have some due to be pullback. Next one is Euro GBP. We are currently at the weekly resistance. You can see this was a resistance, broke the resistance, come back as a support, resistance. Now we're coming back, and we are under the EMA on the weekly. We are under the EMA on oh no, we are not under the EMA on daily. We are above, but that's okay. You can see this rejection candlestick on the daily, and what I'm waiting potentially is for 4 hour to do something either like this, to broke below this support on a 4 hour, come back, and I'm gonna enter sell, which would be basically sort of like a left head and then right shoulder and then sell. Which is this gonna happen? Nobody knows, but it looks like, from my experience, this is what is about to happen. But we'll see next week. USD JPY. There was a nice trade for me last week, I believe so. Let me see. Yes, I traded this one, 1 to 3.28 and 1 to 2.48. This was a nice trade on my two accounts. One was 10K and one was 100K account. So what I'm thinking is this price maybe come back to this area. You can see I already put my arrow here, about here. So come back to this resistance and I'm gonna sell. NZD CAD. I tried to short this B. I don't want to say what she is, but that's what she is. And then you can see I got stopped out, unfortunately. But now, since we are broke bullish, because we are still bullish, heavily bullish on a weekly chart, you can see it was a downtrend, and then we broke above and we became bullish on a weekly, and then this has just been doing nothing in this area. If you look at it like this, high, lower, let me get this, lower high, basically nothing changes. So we are on weekly, we are still heavily bullish. On the daily, we just turned bullish as well. We are above the EMA, 50-day moving averages. So what I'm expecting now, or what I would like to expect, is to come back to this area. Actually, let me get this tool and let me move it up somewhere on here. Even that we already bounced from here, I think we're gonna come back to this area, to this, where is my alarm now, or best will be to this area on a daily support, but we'll see. Next, I have Euro USD, and this is just going astronomical. So on the weekly, we just turned bullish. You can see we've been bearish before all the way, now we turn bullish in just a 1 week, huge candle. So what I'm waiting for now, it's very, very simple, the simplest trade probably, just for this price to come back to this area and then to just buy. That's it. No complication, no Fibonacci, no circular Fibonacci, no Wagyu steak beef, nothing. It's just come back to this area, I'm gonna sell. How? Let me show you. So obviously this 4 hours gonna turn bearish. When it's gonna come back here, I'm gonna wait for 4 hour turn bullish, or wait for my entry signal, and that's it. GBP USD pretty much the same as Euro USD, but I like GBP USD a little bit better because GBP USD seems to be a little bit closer to the daily support, but it's exactly the same trade. GBP JPY, I'm not really too sure because I already written down here, choppy, caution. So even that we are on a weekly resistance, you can see this was a support, resistance, support, and now we're acting as a resistance. 50-day moving averages is above on the daily and weekly, and now we had a beautiful daily engulfing. So is this going to happen? I don't know. We just turned bullish again on a 4 hour, but we'll see. If I'm gonna get nice engulfing bearish candle on a 1 hour or 2 hour, or potentially in 30 minutes, but I don't really like the 30 minutes. Best will be 1 hour. If I get nice, beautiful engulfing, like something like this, Then I'm gonna wait for the retest and I'm gonna sell. But that's in the stars. Other than that, all the other pairs, I don't really see. Let me move this. I don't really see any much more potentials. Like I have Swiss franc JPY, which is similar to GBP JPY. The USD CHF I already trade this beautifully from here. You can see it was 1 to 3. I'm waiting for this price to basically to come back here to this resistance, but I don't know how it's gonna take. Euro JPY, same. There's nothing really I particularly like. AUD CAD is pretty much the same as NZD CAD. It's exactly the same trade. If it's gonna come back to this support, actually I kind of like to do. Let me put the alarm here. Let me put this somewhere 9300. So yeah, if it's gonna come back something like this, I'm gonna buy. Let me put this as well here, and I believe that's it, my friends. So that's the trades for the next week. What I'm prepared. Am I gonna trade all of them? Absolutely not. I'm gonna pick only 1 to 2, maybe 3, but probably 1 to 2 trades I'm gonna be trading, and that's it. So currently I'm almost passing $10,000 evaluation, because that account cost me $40. So I was like, even if I don't pass it, who cares? So I'm almost about to pass the phase 1. I'm still in negative on 100K. I think I'm down 4%, 3.8% or something like that. So the plan is to pass phase 1 until half of March this month. So we'll see how that goes, and then obviously pass 100K evaluation, phase 1, phase 2 until end of the month, and be funded by the end of the month. But is this gonna happen? Nobody knows. So you can't really set the goals in trading as you would set the goals in the business, because you have to act on what the market gives you, not what you can do. It's not much really what you can do. That's why it's such a contradicting business. A lot of people think that you can set goals, to make 20% a month, 10% a month, 5% a month. Yes, you can, but it's not really something you should be really heavily stick to it, because at the end of the day, if in the market is no opportunities, you're just gonna get wrecked like I did, and then you're gonna be disappointed with yourself. Anyway, I have nothing else to say. I'll see you guys in the next week. Subscribe, like, or don't like, it's up to you. And I'll see you next Saturday or Sunday. Peace.